Step in the dance looking like Shabba. Gold rings, gold chains, shining. Gold chaps, gold teeth when I'm rhyming.
Stepping at the dance, it's a madness. Even Shabba knew about my rankings. I'm a general, old school with it. 2-step to boom, I get Bojo with it. Dancing on my section, but we share.
Hey, what's poppin', y'all? It's Sam the Reaper, and I'm back here with my first, ever death battle. Well, not really my first death, but it's my first death battle ever. Recording. And I'm a death battle fan, and I do think their content is entertaining. But also, thanks to anime YouTubers Seth the Programmer and Swag Hawk, have been able to debunk them, and the one thing I've been able to find on pretty much death battle is that they tend to downplay their characters and not really give wholehearted factual information when it comes to like the final on why one character would win. I've seen this one before. This is my second time watching it, so yeah, enjoy.
That'll come in handy considering cloud gaming will be available with the power of 5G. These powerful gaming experiences will be brought to you via the newest Samsung devices powered by AT&T 5G. And on Wi-Fi optimization and an advanced processor, your cloud gaming experience will be virtually lag-free.
And with the S Pen and Samsung Notes, you can make your own works of art.
Head over to AT&T.com/Galaxy Note 20 Ultra 5G to learn how you can get the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 5G for free, or the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra 5G for $299.99 for a limited time. Sidekicks. Every good superhero.
Technically, in the way they are now, they're technically not psychics anymore. Once were, but not. But anyway, that's just something that I don't know. Just something I wanted to say in this part time, because I forgot. Because in this part, because I've seen it already, I really want Red Hood to win, but it doesn't happen. In fact, it kind of makes sense, but kind of doesn't make sense. But in the way that they present it just, like I also am a Winter Soldier fan, but mainly a Red Hood fanboy, mainly, as you'll see.
Hero or world-conquering scientist needs one, right, Boomstick?
That's right! Hey, I think we all know which one of us is the real sidekick here.
Such as the Winter Soldier, Marvel's brainwashed assassin.
And Red Hood, DC's resurrected Robin turned vigilante. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. World War II. As strange as it is to name a war a sequel like some sort of movie, it was a time of turmoil across the globe. The brave and patriotic did their part, including one James Buchanan Barnes, known by his friends as Bucky.
As a young lad, Bucky ripped open a standard superhero booster pack to find classic cards like Dead Parents and Deep Desire to Fight for Justice.
And that combo served him well in the US military. He joined at the age of 15 and eventually got recruited for special assignments and training with British commandos.
Not long after that, he became friends with his own personal hero and the country's favorite Boy Scout, Captain America.
Bucky was initially unaware of the captain's secret identity until one night he walked in on Steve Rogers changing into his costume.
Well, I guess that's one way to get to know a guy. Luckily, Cap had a lot of faith in Bucky and asked him to become his partner in crime, or hero work. They fought side by side, kicking Nazi ass throughout the rest of the war.
The duo seemed to be unstoppable until one fateful mission when they leapt after a plane to catch Nazi scientist Baron Zemo.
Fortunately for Bucky, he was able to grab onto the plane, while Cap fell into the ocean to nab his last diving merit badge. Get it? Cause he's a Boy Scout.
Unfortunately for Bucky, the plane was booby-trapped and exploded. It appeared as though the captain's loyal sidekick had been killed.
But the ones we love in comic books never truly leave us.
Sometime after the war, a Russian submarine discovered Bucky's body preserved in the icy waters of the English Channel.
They decided to scoop him up and experiment on him. Cause why not? Who could pass up a free body you found? even if it was missing an arm.
Bucky's training and experience made him the perfect candidate as the ultimate assassin. And after they revived and brainwashed him, they outfitted him with a shiny new bionic arm,
Turning Bucky into the Winter Soldier.
Along with this new persona, the Winter Soldier sported a sundry of skills throughout his career that made him a killing machine. For starters, he was injected with the Infinity Formula,
Which permanently increased his physical ability to an enhanced state.
This made him quite the formidable foe even for Captain America, a foe who seemingly abandoned the values the duo previously shared.
These two have fought plenty of times, and Bucky's been able to hold his own against his former partner.
His advanced strength and speed, coupled with his knowledge of various fighting styles, make for a lethal combination. He's skilled in everything from hand-to-hand close-quarters combat to an impressive arsenal of ranged weaponry.
Oh yeah, he's got a ton of sweet guns that are outfitted with some nifty palm print sensors, so only he can shoot them.
If anyone other than the Winter Soldier tries to use these firearms, they will self-destruct. He also wields a katana, throwing knives, pretty much whatever comes in the welcome bag at Assassin Con.
Always a good time at AsCon.
But we can't forget his most iconic piece, the arm.
Well, I mean, it's definitely the coolest metal arm I've ever seen.
What about mine? I made it myself.
Come on, Wiz, look at that thing. His is super buff. Plus, it's got a flamethrower, a retractable blade. It can emit electric charges, and it's so strong, knives break on impact.
It's not about the size of the arm, it's how you use it. Well, sure, it's strong, but it's not indestructible. It's been torn up by a vibranium sword.
Wait, I thought the arm was made of vibranium.
You're thinking of the movies. In the comics, Bucky did not receive a vibranium arm birthday present from T'Challa. Canonically, his arm is made up of strong but unspecified metals, likely a form of titanium alloy similar to the Iron Man suit.
Even without vibranium, it's tough to keep up with Bucky. He took a direct shot from Iron Man's repulsor blast, which was strong enough to tear through a helicopter moments later.
And consider the heroes he's battled: Wolverine, Daredevil, Iron Man, and obviously Captain America.
It's a shame Bucky and Cap were at odds for so long. They should have just knocked him on the head real good. That's the scientific way to get people to remember who they are, right?
Or you can use a cosmic cube to rewrite their memories. That's what Captain America did to save Bucky.
Who was so pissed off, he just straight up crushed the cube with his bare bionic hand.
While this brought him back, Bucky wasn't the same man who went into those icy waters. His remorse for his crimes was tough to overcome, and he would always wonder if he's done enough good to finally redeem himself.
But thankfully, it was hard to shake everything he learned from his hero, Steve. Bucky returned to fighting for justice, and even took...
From the way I see it, he's still an anti-hero, and when it comes to the things he was done, he kind of was, well, brainwashed. But in the end, he kind of keeps his anti-hero thing, which is what I really love about the Winter Soldier.
Resilience makes him a hero in his own right.
The world desperately needs gamers' superior DNA. Transcend humanity through gaming.
When you think of the word sidekick, who immediately comes to mind?
You. It's you.
Robin, technically.
No, Robin, the boy wonder, Batman's iconic crime-fighting partner.
Yeah, it's a close second. Too bad the Cape Crusader's sidecar has been a revolving door of orphans and acrobats.
Not including alternate universes and what-if stories, Batman has taken 5 different Robins under his bat wing. Some moved on to pursue a superhero career of their own. Others didn't turn out so lucky.
Enter Jason Todd. This poor kid was given the short end of the stick, and then the fans beat him to death with it.
Jason grew up on the streets of Gotham, getting by through a life of petty crime, until eventually running into the Batman himself.
By trying to steal the rims off the Batmobile. This kid's got some serious balls. I mean, you can't exactly look at the damn Batmobile and mistake it for someone else's car.
Bruce had recently split up with the first Robin, Dick Grayson, and was on the lookout for a new sidekick. Impressed by Jason's scrappiness and latent ability, he had the 12-year-old suit up. Yes, he really was 12.
Yikes! Well, creepy child abducting habits aside, Bats hoped he could live up to the last Robin. Too bad this was a literal dick measuring contest that Jason had no chance in.
Despite some moderate success, Jason wasn't exactly an extraordinary Robin. And the fans saw it too. In an unprecedented move, DC asked their readers to vote on whether or not Jason Todd would live or die.
Funny thing, did you know that the actual most overpowered or the actual god of the comics is actually the readers? Especially this side here. In fact, check out Imaginary Axis video where it shows you who is the real god of the DC universe. Technically, it's us, but also the writers as well. I mean, the writers also decided to bring back Jason, thanks to Superboy, which is a big surprise.
Gruesome death that will lead to some serious mental health issues. Call 555-2337 or 555-BEER.
Jason Todd was dead. Until Superboy Prime punched a hole in the fabric of reality and accidentally brought him back. True story, don't ask.
And after a dip in a magic hot tub, the
part where Superboy is kind of, well,
Lazarus
yikes.
Pit, Jason was back in top form. Take that, readers! Your contribution means nothing!
Resolve
This means the authors are actually the masterminds, while actually, technically, the readers are the masterminds.
renewed, Jason donned a new identity inspired by his own killer, the Red Hood.
While the freaky death pit did bring him back stronger and faster, it turns out resurrection comes at a price. Jason was already a hothead, but Red Hood had a serious temper with violent outbursts. He wasn't alright in the noggin.
But he had a goal: destroy Batman and show him his humane methods were unfit for saving Gotham City.
If Bats had actually killed the Joker way back when, he never would have killed Jason in the first place. For a raging psychopath, he's not exactly wrong. Where Batman failed, Jason was up for the task. He put
Funniest thing, in Arkham Knight, he actually became the Arkham Knight and nearly killed Batman. But he's still technically an anti-hero at heart, working side by side. But he did, whether taking down Batman or not, did prove Batman wrong about his methods a lot.
machine even Bruce would have a tough time keeping up with.
Even training with the League of Assassins and the All Cast, a group of monk assassins.
So much ass stuff in this episode.
In addition to Red Hood's wide array of skills, he also maintains a serious collection in his arsenal. Most obviously, his armored cowl. While it provides him with sturdy protection, the sensors within also allow him to scan his surrounding area, neutralizing any potential stealth threats. Plus, the hood can also explode, so that's convenient?
Sounds like my new hangover recipe. On top of the red chrome dome, Jason packs all sorts of knives, explosives, guns, and he even once summoned these weird magic swords called the All Blades to fight off supernatural threats.
But probably most important is his continual use of venom.
Wait. What's the symbiote doing here?
No, the venom drug. It's what Bane uses to get all, swole.
Wiz, have you ever been to the gym? Like, even once?
Dummy.
I'm here to carry your arbitrary burdens.
Venom is an addictive steroid that increases strength and stamina tenfold. A normal dose also affects the mind, dumbing it down and causing bouts of rage. But Jason's...
Superpowers, here I come! You can call me the Red Neck!
No, you're supposed to inject it!
Oh, dummy, clean that up.
Using Venom has made Red Hood strong enough to fight off monsters twice his size, tear through alien tendrils, and even once break the grip of Supergirl.
Funniest thing, this claim here will come back to bite them in the back when they start to downplay Red Hood big time. And if I'm being honest, I almost did downplay Winter Soldier, but then I asked myself, not really. In fact, you'll see.
Once survived an all-cast ritual called the Cleansing, which no human has been able to do in over 1,000 years.
And while it was difficult to determine if this feat was due to Jason's worthiness or stubbornness, it's safe to say that either way, he's a tough guy.
Tough enough to punch through a submarine hull, or at least he carries enough explosives to blow a hole through it. Either way, I wouldn't want to go one.
So credit for putting the feet there, but still, it's something that will just connect to bite them when it's time for the explaining for why Winter Soldier won, which I don't care. I mean, I kind of want him to win, but at the same time,
Brute strength.
He was able to sneak away from Supergirl. Even Bruce will be proud of that one.
Despite how Jason tried to kill him. But the Red Hood failed and was left to re-examine his own personal code. He ultimately decided to be a hero again.
Technically not really. He's still Red Hood at heart. I mean, yeah.
And even worked alongside other Robins. He also leads a group of ragtag heroes called the Outlaws.
The roller coaster of
If you've seen Red Hood Outlaws, yeah, still an anti-hero, still does what he does. Besides, the reason why he couldn't kill Batman is because technically Batman is still needed, and also Red Hood technically is never done. He still doesn't give up even when he works alongside. He's just pretty much playing the long game. Especially when it came to when the war on the cow, when Red Hood, got ready to, kill Tim, who kind of took on the cow, and then also Catwoman. So yeah, Red Hood was a tad bit different, but
Red Hood's
yeah.
crime-fighting career has, at best, landed himself in that anti-hero sweet spot, and at worst, made him a violent vigilante who takes the law into his own hands.
Those are the heads of all your lieutenants. That took me 2 hours. You want to see what I can get done in a whole evening?
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
But first, if you're into pulse-pounding shows with assassins like these, check out HBO Max.
We wanted to give a big thank you to HBO Max for being the presenting sponsor of the Rooster Teeth Animation Festival.
At HBO Max, animation isn't just for kids. We've got animation for every generation.
There's everything you could possibly ask for, from the raucously edgy Rick and Morty and South Park to heart-pounding adventures like Samurai Jack.
You can also enjoy one of Max's awesome originals like Close Enough, or fulfill your anime cravings with Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood and Rurouni Kenshin.
Animation has a new home on HBO Max, and it's all in one place. So why wait? Start streaming today. Download the app or visit hbomax.com to start your free trial.
But right now, it's time for a death battle!
Boost Mobile's new upgraded network isn't just fast, it's fast.
Yo, Barbie.
Jason, it's me.
What do you want, Bruce?
8 assassins from the League of Shadows were gunned down 2 miles from your current location.
Sounds like a party.
They were all shot with rounds from a modified M4. A gun I know is in your arsenal.
As much as I'd love to take credit for that one, it wasn't me.
Don't lie to me.
It wasn't me, Bruce. But you know what? You can count on me to crack the case. In fact, I believe there's a bit of evidence that demands my attention right now.
Jason.
closed. Okay. My turn.
He's not coming. No one.
Shut up!
Shut up!
Sorry, Bruce.
Huh.
Now you're dead.
Here comes the lucky, well, not really lucky, but very, very skilled prediction for him to win.
This is Agent Barnes. Target eliminated.
Regardless of how they downplay and defend how Winter Soldier won, I'll say this is a pretty fair fight, especially with these are two assassins coming off from their own respected dimensions. It wouldn't have been known unless they read a comic book of one other dimension, but still they wouldn't know. So it's a fair win for Winter Soldier, but at the same time, it kind of is a little cheeky because Red Hood could have used something else to kill him other than Winter Soldier's gun. But of course, he wasn't unaware.
These two were quite evenly matched. They both had wells of experience, similar arsenals, and an unparalleled drive to win.
They even had almost identical speed and reactionary feats, and Jason definitely had better stealth skills.
However, Bucky Barnes earned the edge in almost every other way.
Like how Red Hood had plenty of experience training with Batman and assassins, but Winty had decades of training on him with Commandos, as the Captain's side piece, an emo assassin, and even as
So this part doesn't really add up or match up. It's just downplaying Red Hood as an outcast monk type assassin. Yes, Bucky may have decades of training under British commandos and also in awards, so to hone his skills into Winter Soldier and to become the new Cap. But compared to Red Hood, who was an assassin, the assassin style outclasses the commando style with speed, tacticality, and also in close combat.
His metal arm was able to shatter a knife on impact, but when Red Hood took a similar hit, his helmet cracked.
Red really didn't have any way to stop that arm for good, or Bucky's superhumanness. Sure, using Venom could even the playing field for a short time, but a brief power-up is nothing compared to a metal arm and the permanent infinity formula.
And don't take Jason breaking Supergirl's grip out of context. She wasn't expecting the Venom, and they weren't even fighting in the first place.
If you see what I mean, this is exactly the problem with Death Battle that they did last year, but it was just so sudden that you have to just listen and just be a fan of both Marvel and DC, or just someone who listens to the show, not just for entertainment, but also for a reason why. It's like here is just they should have mentioned at first that this feat isn't really a feat. It's just him taking advantage of her not really putting her full grip. Because if the Venom was the shit, it actually would have survived that middle arm. So the part in which the part which comparing the Venom versus the Infinity Formula, or how Red Hood is amped with the Lazarus pit, that is a lot different. But with the Venom, yes, he was able to overpower. But I'll give them credit where it's due. It was for a short time. But compared to Supergirl's grip, Supergirl wasn't really gripping her, as said, because she wasn't expecting it and kind of was just holding him, not with a lot of strength.
Sure, using Venom could even the playing field for a short time, but a brief power-up is nothing compared to a metal arm and the permanent infinity formula.
And don't take Jason breaking Supergirl's grip out of context. She wasn't expecting the Venom, and they weren't even fighting in the first place. It's interesting, but not nearly as noteworthy as it sounds.
Yeah, we know for a fact Venom is a 10-time strength booster. There's no way Red could match a Kryptonian in a real brawl.
Red Hood was a deadly combatant, but the Winter Soldier one-upped him with superior experience, survivability, and a consistent strength advantage.
So when it comes to, let's say, experience, that doesn't really matter. Because one experienced an entire war with, and then got turned into an assassin, and then experienced an Infinity War, one other experienced supernatural war, supernatural conflict, assassinations, take on people who are beyond his ability. So experience.
Looks like Bucky was the winner.
The winner is the Winter Soldier.
Thanks for watching.
So this is just another part one where they cut across a fan favorite and pretty much downplay it. But I'll give you credit where it's due. Not every one of them, whether it's my favorite or not, winning, they don't downplay it, or they don't give half-ass information or pussyfoot around power scaling. Just like about the one I'm about to show you next. In the next upcoming video, I think they'll match up and actually do a lot better, because there was one where they did just go off and then just fucked up on the power scaling. But irregardless, when it comes to, let's say they were to downplay another character, that one is an obvious matchup. Like, let's say Black Panther versus Batman. It's an obvious win for Black Panther, and the reasons are also obvious. But anyway, like, comment, subscribe, and enjoy, my niggas. I meant see ya.
Bottom remix.